2 infants dead in the last 2 months, both families part of the Followers of Christ. The religious group, often called faith healers, doesn't believe in medical intervention. And some people say, as a result, a higher rate of childhood deaths. Reporter Karen Lair has details in this On Your Side investigation.
Because of a law created in 1972, Idaho parents with religious objections to medical treatment have the legal right to let their children die without seeking medical attention. It's a concern brought forward by the governor's task force on children at risk in years past, and a law some Idaho officials say needs to be changed. The Followers of Christ stray far from medical intervention, believing in the power of God and healing instead by the power of prayer, accepting whatever happens naturally is God's will. But as a result, a number of children dying at a young age.
Maybe once, twice a month, maybe less.
The causes of death ranging from food poisoning and diabetes to pneumonia and heart defects. Deaths Canyon County Sheriff Kieran Donahue says need to be prevented.
At the end of the day, I think the state needs to do whatever it takes to protect children.
Others disagree.
I would say leave it alone.
Currently, Idaho is one of 6 states in the U.S. where religious exemptions are allowed in cases that would otherwise be considered negligent homicide, manslaughter, or even capital murder.
And where does it end, right? If it's okay to do it under this belief system, is it okay to do it under this belief system, or this belief system, or that belief system?
In 2013, the Idaho Child Fatality Review Team determined 5 deaths of infants less than a month old were preventable had they received medical treatment. And according to a task force report sent to the governor, 2 more children died in 2015 under circumstances in which medical care could have prevented death.
We never know. People that seek medical treatment still pass away.
Also in that report, the number of deaths among children in the Peaceful Valley Cemetery used by the Followers of Christ from 2002 to 2011 was 10 times the rate of child deaths in the rest of the state. Sheriff Donahue, along with the prosecuting attorney, has urged lawmakers to remove the religious shield from the current law, similar to actions recently taken in Oregon, where parents can now be prosecuted for neglect if they don't seek medical attention for treatable issues.
We don't have to reinvent the wheel here. We don't have to. Many states have removed this religious shield.
But Canyon County Coroner Vicki degues-morris says the change in the law won't necessarily result in a change of lifestyle.
If we change the laws and force stuff on them, force our beliefs on them, where the Idaho Code gives them that right, who's going to know if they call us or not? They may go underground.
Degues-morris says some of these followers from Oregon are now moving to Canyon County.
They're basically leaving their state to come over here because they're being treated fairly.
In other situations, children found to be neglected, harmed, or unsafe are removed from the home. But
in these cases, we don't get to do that. If we ever were to go to a house where we say, well, that child is really in imminent danger, well, that's our religion.
The religious clause puts law enforcement in a tough situation, left only with one option.
We're going to enforce whatever law is on the books. That's what our job is. But you're asking us to almost look the other way when we're not looking at, we have to look at you, but we don't have to look at you. That's not a balance of the law, and the law should be equal across the board to everyone.
Over the last few decades, the Canyon County Coroner's Office has established a respectful relationship with the Followers of Christ, who now call the coroner directly when dealing with death.
We don't do anything different than we would for anybody else. The only thing different is that they have not seen a doctor.
Degues-morris admits the followers sometimes wait hours before reporting those deaths.
Cleansing of the body, this is the normal thing for them, and that's their right.
When police arrive, the child may have been moved and evidence altered.
Clothing's been changed. They've been swaddled in blankets, which, again, that's perhaps part of their belief system, what have you. But the scene's altered.
The decades-old argument carries into the 2017 legislature once again, and the sheriff wants lawmakers to make a change.
Idaho needs to at least take a hard look at this thing.
No official bill on the topic is yet scheduled for a hearing in the 2017 legislative session, but there are rough drafts in the works. Lawmakers are working with wording to discuss adding a clause in existing code that would allow state intervention in dire cases while emphasizing on the continued right to religious freedom. Reporting in studio, I'm Karen Lair, 6 on your side.